Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. My name's Sonya, and I'm the co-founder of Girl Powerful.
Yeah, Sonya and I are real sisters, and we grew up in Springfield, Missouri, and we have been in California for 10 years now, and we developed Girl Powerful over the past 5 years.
In 2014, Teddy worked in a school, and I worked at Live Nation Entertainment, and we started taking a group of girls to the beach in the summertime. And we just noticed there was a mix between third and fourth grade girls, and we would bring a handful of girls and we'd learn to boogie board or get in the water and surf, and we realized that just like being together, we were forming our own sisterhood. And the development from whenever we started working with the girls in the summer to the end, the girls transformed into totally different girls, because every day we did a component of self-esteem building. We were moving our bodies, and everyone at the beach was a friend to the other girls. They really learned how to support each other. So from there, Teddy and I, we grew up with a single mother, and we were always in after school programs. And for us, that pretty much meant we were just alone after school with someone watching the yard. So we really realized that from the hours of 3 to 6 p.m., girls really need to learn the tools to build self-esteem. They need to move their bodies, and they also need quality programming. So we created Girl Powerful, which is based on social and emotional learning. And we just started working with girls. We'd go to private schools, and we'd go to underserved community centers, and we'd work with Girl Scout troops, and we developed our own curriculum. So this is our journal. It's the Girl Powerful Journal, and it's an interactive journal to spark your personal strength and confidence. And it's really cool. We have 4 different chapters. It's all based on self-love, self-care, um, making good decisions, how to deal with change, everything really that we needed when we were younger. So,
And it
yeah.
was also something that, as a teacher and being on the schoolyard, having to watch recess and watch lunch, girls really were starting to talk to each other in like an uncomfortable tone for a kindergartner. And so I'd come home with stories telling Sonia, like, you know, these second grade girls are wasting their whole recess, like just saying, I don't want to play with her, like, get away from me, and like not having any place to form a sisterhood. And so even like their programs like Girls Night in online and here and Girl Powerful, like coming together as women and like being together and sitting in these Zoom calls and doing it in real life also is so important to model for your kids. And that's why we as mentors like to model that for our girls, and like Girl Scout leaders and counselors. Like, I think it's important, like, even behind the scenes for kids, like in the hallways, to see women together interacting in a happy, positive way. And I think like that's where this really comes from, is we were just seeing girls fighting, and the best two girls, like we love both of them, and they just wouldn't get along. And I don't know what like was going on with their families, but that's always where it goes back to too. So like that's why we wanted to talk to you all about modeling for our girls. I just wanted to chime in, Sunny.
Yeah, so I want to start with our first exercise. And if you have a journal and a pen, that'd be great. I really want to, like Teddy said, have the moms and mentors model the behavior for your daughters. So we are going to do a page in our workbook. It's the self-love page. And every page that we have has a mantra. So the mantra is, I am proud of who I am. So we always teach the girls one mantra for the day. So I am proud of who I am, and we incorporate it into the lesson. So, going with SEL SEL, we want girls to be able to celebrate their capabilities and be seen and valued by an adult. And that's how they're building self-esteem. So this is something you can do with them. Teach her what a mantra is. So it's positive self-talk. And the more she repeats it, and the more you repeat it in the home, the more she'll believe it. And then the more confidence she will gain. The first prompt we have is list 3 things about yourself that make you feel good. So this is where you can talk about all of her personal qualities, not her looks. So, what are you good at? How do you treat other people? What makes you feel unique and special? And then you can say, like, let's celebrate 5 things that you love about yourself and that make you feel really, really good. So I think that you guys should do it about yourselves, because then when you teach your girls, then you have examples and then they're going to learn from you. So just take a minute to write 3 things about yourself that make you feel special and that you want to celebrate.
Yeah, well, Sonya and I have written our curriculum and done a lot of research. We've realized and reflected on our childhood, and we realized our mom really never said anything nice to herself. So I think, again, going back to being a good role model for your kids, the neighbors' kids, the school is so important. I mean, they're picking up everything we're doing, right? And especially now, everyone's at home, they're watching you. Even
Mm-hmm.
if you're stressed out, I mean, you can be honest with them, but I definitely have the freakouts in the closet. They don't need your stress. They're little kids, and we try to keep them little girls for as long as they can, because that's like where the magic is. And we just, we want to protect our kids. That's what the whole community's about.
Thanks, Teddy. And then the second prompt, it's a little similar, but it's more about turning maybe some self-doubt or negative limiting beliefs into something positive. So the second prompt is list 3 things about yourself that make you feel one of a kind. And I say this because growing up, I'm 6 foot tall, and I was always so self-conscious about it. I was taller than all the boys. I was always in the back row for pictures, it just made me feel really uncomfortable because I was different. So having the conversation with your girls about how important it is to be one of a kind at an age when they all just want to fit in, it's kind of nice to, if like, I would love to have somebody be like, oh, it's so great you're tall, and like it really explain it to me. You know what I mean? So maybe open up a conversation about the girls to be like really proud of who they are, and be like, it's okay to want to fit in and be like your friends, but it's also okay to be proud of who you are, because you are you.
Yeah, I think we're stepping into a time where everyone's really acknowledging that the power of women and the power of the girl, and how your unique capabilities are really what set you apart, and why you can start a brand, or why you can be a really good, soccer player and that sort of thing. I think girls are seeing it on the news, and TV shows, online, and I think driving it home at home and modeling it is where they're really going to connect with you. You're their mother, you're their aunt, you're their teacher. They look up to you the most. Like, of course, who doesn't love Taylor Swift? But we really, like, beyond her and beyond celebrity, the real people in their life is who they look up to.
Yeah. And then our third prompt for this worksheet is explaining to the girls how important it is to feel confident in your own skin, and that's to be proud of what you've accomplished. So list 3 things you have accomplished that you are proud of, and these things can be big or small. And this is my favorite prompt, where girls share their answers, because they really think about, like, maybe in the last month, what have I done? Or they could think in the past year. So they could talk about like art or sports or theater. It's just really nice to be able to let them celebrate small victories in their life and acknowledge them.
Yeah, it's important. I think it's a really cool thing to bring into your friend group also. Like, when you do get to see each other and you have a dinner or something, like, start the dinner table discussion like that. Like, what's something good that happened this week? Because
Mm-hmm.
everyone sits down and you throw your purse down, you blah, 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 give me the menu. But, like, why not just, like, be a leader with your friends too? And, like, I think that's one of the best icebreakers is, like, what's something good that happened this week? What's something you did well? And I think asking your friends that, they're going to be like, oh, no one ever asked me that.
Yeah.
So I just think everyone can just like pump up their leadership capabilities and make the world a better place.
All right. And then the final thing from the worksheet is to write a compliment to yourself. So after you've identified like all the qualities that make you proud of who you are and what you've accomplished, write one compliment to yourself. And then this is where now, since we're in virtual learning and the girls are at home, I'm like, okay, go run and look in the mirror. Stand in front of a mirror in your house. And I want you to repeat the compliment to yourself 3 times. So they go and they might feel like silly or excited, but they go and they find a thing and we teach them how to do a power pose. Do you all know how to do a power pose? Have you heard of it? So your feet are like, it's like a Wonder Woman pose. So your feet are like hip width apart. You put your shoulders back. You have a confident voice. That even helped me. You take a deep breath. Yeah, like a superhero. And you can even stand with your arms up. And it's proven like for 60 seconds and breathe that it brings higher levels of testosterone to your body. So if you stand up and you pose like a superhero, your hands can be on your hips. It actually like physically makes you more confident. So we teach the girls how to do a power pose. So then we're like, go run to the mirror and say your compliment 3 times in the mirror to yourself. And this gets them like starting to use positive self-talk when they look in the mirror, which is really, really important, especially like starting third and fourth grade, which is where we start teaching our girls 8 to 14. And so I actually asked a group of my girls last week, I go, what do you think about when you look in the mirror? And they're like, I don't know. And they're like, didn't really share much. But then they're like, I don't really think about anything. So I told them this was a certain class. I was like, how about when you're brushing your teeth, you repeat either our mantra, I am proud of who I am, or the compliment that you gave yourself. And they came back the next week and they did it. They're like, I was saying I am proud of who I am while I was brushing my teeth. And it was a really, really beautiful thing to see the girls use the tools we're giving them, to practice positive self-talk. So that's that worksheet. If you have any questions, you can write them in the comments. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create your own. So those are all their power traits. And then now we're going to make your own family self-love motto. So self-love mottos are short statements used to express a goal or an idea or your personal virtues. And they can also self-soothe. So soothing self-love mottos are a form of positive self-talk. They can also help motivate you and build self-esteem. And they can also help you change bad habits or bad thoughts into positive habits and positive thoughts. So I have this exercise that you can do. You can do it yourself and then bring it back to your family. So we are going to write on the left side of your paper these 5 things. I am, I feel, I know, I deserve, and I see. And then on the right-hand side, we're going to write love, respect, confidence, peace, and happiness. And you could really use any words you want whenever your family might be going through like anxiety or a stressful time, like we all are now. You could maybe like make up an affirmation that says, I feel safe. And you all hug each other or something like that. But for this exercise, you create your own, you're going to create your own 5 self-love mottos to gain confidence and feel strong. So connect the I am statements on the left with the words on the right. So everyone will have different mottos.
Like, for example, one that pops out to me is I deserve respect. I think that's a really awesome one for women to honor in themselves, knowing they deserve respect.
Yeah, and a lot of times girls talk about feeling anxious when they're in school before they're performing. So before they're taking a test or before they're going to practice or to a game. So, or a tryout. So this is a really good time to teach them how to create their own self-love motto so they can, use positive self-talk before a really big, overwhelming thing where they have to perform and be mentally fit. So that is that. Does everyone want to write their favorite self-love motto in the comments? I'd like to know what you have.
I said I am peace. Anybody else want to share? I know love.
That's nice. Yeah, I see love. I see all you loving mothers taking steps to make a confident girl, which is amazing. And then with summer coming up, we do this with every group. I don't know where I have friendship string, but we buy these letter beads. You've probably seen them. They're at Michael's for like $9, and they also have the colored friendship string. I can't find it, but they look like this, and there's like a million colors. I think those are $9 or $10. But then we make friendship bracelets with them, and then we spell out our mantra with the letter beads, and the girls can wear them. They can make anklets or bracelets and necklaces, and they can make as many as they want, but it's a really good way to make this conversation fun and colorful and bright. And then they could also do it with, you can do it with the whole family. I have one on my ankle, so I wear mine around. But yeah, and then from all this conversation that we have with the girls and even with mothers, we decided we have our Girl Powerful journal, but we also were like, how do we get girls talking to themselves in a positive way? Because as much as we can do Girl Powerful classes, we aren't with the girls all the time. We aren't online all the time. After 10 weeks, this journal is filled up. So we created the Girl Powerful card deck, and on it, it says you are love with the girl looking in the mirror. And there, Teddy, do you want to take it over? I'll just explain it, and then Teddy wants to go through a few of them with you. But they're all affirmation based, and they're all to create positive self-talk in the mirror. So it'd be fun, like every day you could pull one with your daughter or your family, and you could read it. Let me see. So Teddy's going to go through a few of them.
And the link's in the chat, which is really cool. There's 64 cards. We pre-pulled some for you guys because we knew what you needed. Here's a really, really great way to lead your family. It says, loving myself makes me feel relaxed. Say I am confident 5 times to yourself. And everyone's on mute here, so let's just do it together. You'll hear me. And sometimes you could even like put your hands on your body, like on your heart, or on your hand on your heart, hand on your tummy, and say, I am confident. 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 Honestly, like that kind of like lifted my anxiety about even talking to you right now, just feeling like present, changing my mood, and like calming my nerves. So that's one of the cards that I really enjoy sharing with everyone. And then this one is a little fun. I'll get up to do it. It says, my thoughts matter, so keep them positive. Stand in star pose. So that's going back to what Sonya was talking about, a power pose and taking up space. So star pose is your legs are out and your arms are up. I'll do it in a second. And you're going to say yes 10 times. Each time get louder and more enthusiastic. So everyone get up if you can. And you're going to stand there in your house. Let your daughters hear you. You're learning. You're absorbing all the positivity. Stand here with our arms up and say yes, 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 yes. Woo! Have fun with it. Woo! Yes, yes. Okay, so that's just like bringing in positive energy and saying yes to the world and yes to yourself and yes to your life. Why wouldn't you want to model that every day? I love this too. I am love. And it says, make your hands into the shape of a heart and say out loud, I love you. I think that's one of the best things to do is be able to tell yourself you care for yourself, you care about your self-care and your self-love. And so make a heart with your hands and just, you can probably see yourself in the screen and just say, I love you. I love you, Teddy.
I love you.
So Gina's in there saying, I love you, Gina. Mandy's like, I love you, Mandy. You know, we're all doing the best we can here. I think that's a really big thing, women too. Like, just do the best you can. That's all we can do, and realize we all are doing the best we can. So let's be kind. And that goes into sisterhood. And this one says, I am part of a sisterhood. Text a friend you admire and let her know how much you value your friendship. I think that's really important to share with your female friends, that you love them, that they're valued, and you see them, you know, on their journey, and you're meeting them where they're at, and just texting them just to say hello and not ask for anything, or just say I love you. I think that's like what I've learned in like this whole stay at home act and COVID-19 is just to be present and like be full of gratitude. And I think gratitude is really where you build confidence. When you can stop and be grateful for what you do have, that's like you being your whole self and actually knowing that you're valuable and that you're grateful, and then more things are attracted to you, and then you live in this like lighter, higher vibe zone where you're confident and like life is good. It's not perfect, but it's good. And that's what we're all trying to do. Just like get to the good, right? Get to the neutral. This card says, all I need is within me. Repeat, all I need is within me into the mirror until you start believing it. So we don't have a mirror at the computer, but say it a couple times to yourself. Maybe say it 3 times. All I need is within me. All I need is within me. All I need is within me. All these mantras and these positive affirmations and statements are so powerful to build up your self-esteem and build up your daughter's self-esteem. And I think we'll pull one more card. It could be random. Does anyone want to like write a number in the chat and I'll count it out and pull a card for you? Someone write a number like 1 through 20. 8. You're fast, Caitlin. Caitlin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wow, Caitlin. I am abundant. Can you guys see this? My light's like shining. I am abundant. Repeat for 15 minutes a day. This is like proven scientific evidence. If you repeat this for 15 minutes a day, money flows to me and surrounds me. My needs are always met. If you repeat that every day, things are going to be attracted to you. So the more often you say it, the more real it becomes. I know like in life, like finances are always like a worry and a stress for every family, no matter what your socioeconomic background is. It just, as part of the human life, is that stress. So being able to have an abundance meditation and I am statement, I think is really, really powerful. And when you're talking to your kids about money too, I think their first relationship with money is whatever you as a parent are showcasing to them. So I think that is one of the things too, that if you can find a happy, positive way of bringing money up to the family, where it's like, we're lucky we have this amount of money that we can go do this happy thing and make it a happy feeling instead of like living in like a lack situation, which is how we grew up. Like we didn't have enough, so you're always fearful. I think that's something that's a whole different conversation, but it's really important for a, a mother to honor and show their daughter how to take care of themselves financially. So again, that mantra was, money flows to me and surrounds me. My needs are always met.
Very nice. We're
So
coming to a close, but I hope you guys all have the tools to now help your daughter celebrate her power traits and to create a self-love motto at home. If you go to our website at girlpowerful.org in the shop, you can find our Girl Powerful journals and also the cards. And if you do feel like tipping, I think the Venmo is in the group chat.
yeah, and also
Yeah.
if your moms and Girl Scout leaders and counselors and teachers, we have camp, virtual camp, June 15th, the week of June 15th and the week of June 22nd. And we have 25 women coming on to share their expertise with the girls, from self-care to movement. So kind of like this formatting, but it's for our little girls. And so if you're interested in that, email us or follow us on Instagram, and you can DM us. Our Instagram's Girl Powerful Project. And also we do have financial aid. So if that's something that you need, just let us know and you can fill out a form and we'll help you. Thank you so much. We really appreciate this. This was a nice conversation, and I hope you got everything you needed out of it. If you have follow-up questions, email us. And yeah, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And our girls just are on TikTok too, so they're talking to their peers. So if you're allowing your daughter to be on TikTok, again, that's Girl Powerful Project on there. So we'd love to see the girls on there also.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.